Welcome in, everyone. How is everyone's day going? It's been... My sleep schedule is very much screwed over right now. It's for no reason in particular besides insomnia. So, I really can't blame anyone but myself. I've still been catching up on everything that's happened in Vampire's SMP episode 6. And I finally know what caused Apo to snap, which is good. That makes so much more sense now. Still don't know why Avid. Still don't know what Avid. No, wait. No, I have watched Avid. I watched his before I went to bed. But yeah, it very much does seem like those who crumble to the pressure of their bloodlust seem to be the ones who have killed in their past, or so it's very much a concern for what happens if the doctor turns. Oh boy. Anyways, today I'm going to be practicing and reworking my style and relearning anatomy by utilizing the designs for each of the Vampire's SMP people. They're members. But yeah, I have set this up so that the background layer is not the bottom layer. The layer that is at the bottom is the one with all the characters on one thing, so that this way I can save on the number of layers and have a bigger canvas to work with. So let's get to a brush I normally use. Wrong layer. Undo that. There we go. So yeah, I am working on a proportionally A5 canvas, which means I have a lot more freedom to put in details than I normally would, because I'd normally be working in... Let's just quickly check. This. I'd normally be working in about this sort of size. But nope. I am working in a much larger area. I don't know who to start with though. I have a key written out on my phone for the position to put this to ensure. Let me just quickly make sure that that is in fact the correct 187. Yep, that is correct. Okay. So to change the position and get to certain people, I most half on the bottom, half on the top. None of the vampire designs are visible, unfortunately. So let's just go to Scott. So yeah, it's their townsfolk skins that I have the references for. So I'm likely going to avoid doing any of the vampires right now because I want to at least their vampire skins right now because I want to be able to do those when I have proper reference for their skins. So who to start with? Okay. I haven't drawn Ren yet. I want to give drawing him a try, and he's just above Scott, so I'll just need to change the Y for him. Nope, correction. I was having a dyslexic moment. No, I was looking for Ren, not Ren. Okay, so 1, 2, 9, 3. Wrong layer. So let's work with, let's see. Let's bring the opacity of this layer down to 50 because this is just going to be the sketch layer. I'm very much stepping completely outside of my comfort zone and going for a masculine person. So, which I am not that versed in doing. Let me just quickly. References. Oh, I'm so glad Pinterest finally introduced the ability to at least not at least filter out most of the AI content. So I am so thankful for that because it means I can start using it again to find reference images. Okay, looking for some reference that gives me Ren sort of vibes. Okay, that one. That one kinda does. I've searched up a muscular rustic man friend's reference because he said he was very good at fighting and he's grown up in the world. Oh, this is better as well. Okay, so I have two references. I'm not gonna bring them up because I don't know what the copyright is on them. So I'll just have to have them on my phone. Oh, this one even has suspenders. Okay, so I'm honest, the character of Ren, I do not like him as a person. He's a very well played character because I know Ren is very much not a bigoted person in real life. Yet Reinhardt the Ren in Vampires very much is. So it's very much like playing opposites of who you are. At least he doesn't portray himself as bigoted online. So let's get this properly situated in my phone mount. And try and secure the mic so it doesn't move around. Okay, so let's start by establishing, at least for most, where the ground is. So this will be, this I will just say is the shadow for whoever I'm drawing. And then this layer we can extend it. We'll extend it and stuff it depending on the pose afterwards. But right now that is just where I'm needing to mark where the feet go. Okay, so need a full body one. Hundreds. Okay, this one looks about right for when sort of vibe. So let's get this going. Okay, so establishing leg. Leg one, and bulk this out a bit to go down. Figuring out where the feet are because this one doesn't have the feet visible. And gonna just do that a bit because he feels those felt too short. Okay, onto his torso. So he's very much got more of a box figure in my head, not just because he's a Minecraft skin, but also because he has fairly broad shoulders. Trying not to zoom in. While doing the sketch, which is new to me. That is not. Okay, so this stomach. Now those legs are feeling a bit, or more accurately, that stomach area is feeling too. Oh, the chest. Yeah, no, the chest is what's feeling off. So, bring that up. Oh, nope. Deselect. And now to make heads. Just think about it, the pecs. Wrong buttons. I'm having a real hard time figuring out the shapes and stuff. Ooh. Okay, so this is just going to be effectively just figuring out okay. I am not happy. I'm not enjoying this. I have not done a full body just from scratch in a while. Let's try a different layer though. Make this one even less visible. And try that again over the top. To try and fix what I've done. So, let's start with the head. And let's start in a different color. Let's start with this one. Nope, not visible. Nope. That's better. I'm gonna do a bit of zooming in this time. Okay, so. Mask to get sense of where eyes are. His nose seems to be more, to me, is more of the round, and then it's in my mind, he's got mutton chops. So that's mutton chops, mouth. Just put the mouth here and I'll add the mutton chops later. But this, in my head, is the sort of head Ren has. Okay, So let's move that into place, and now basing the rest of the anatomy off of it. So the neck, I feel like for Ren is short, but thick. So it pretty much is the same as the back of the head. So that puts the ear there. And here is the V-line of where the neck is. Now, part I struggle with, broad shoulders. So, let's just also quickly because let's make sure I don't go over scale. Duplicate. Duplicating. Men are about 7 or 8 of their heads tall. Generally. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7. That is why the anatomy was looking long, because he is so much bigger. Oh boy, nope, and I missed the inclusion of one, that one. What? Oh. That there, this. Bring that down, and I'm very much here messing up because chest. Actually, the chest is about a head. Okay, so that's fine. This needs more, though. Okay, so Ren is muscular, so got more. Legs are usually, from my experience anyway, generally 2 heads tall. per section. So the knee is about here and here. Ryan is a big lad in my style, it seems. Okay, I need to actually look at the muscles I'm drawing. So there's this section here, which is, and then next in the chain is here, which then is thick. Here. Hey, hands, not going to do more than that. And the other arm. Okay, so I'm not good at muscles at all. Thankfully, this is mostly getting covered by a shirt. And pants. And suspenders. Okay, so I'm not the best at dynamic poses yet either. I'm just needing to relearn anatomy, especially for men. I feel like the arms are a bit too long, at least a little bit. Okay, so next layer up, going to be introducing black, as I'm adding clothes onto this and hoping to make it better and more. Just realized the torso kind of twists a bit because rather than it being shoulders and hip, it's more the hip goes there and it kind of twists a little. Like that, but not quite that extreme. So let's see if I can get this done right. So, oh, wrong tool. Here actually would be a good spot for that part of the pants. I never know what it's called. I've had them my entire life. Suspenders, it comes up to here. He's got boots that come up to here. And especially ones that I don't actually know what they look like. Now to figure out the face. After all that, still can't get much detail in. Okay. Now for figuring out Ren's hairstyle. He's got a mullet. Okay, wonderful. Don't like mullets. I hate mullets. Think they're very poor in appearance. Okay, so that's when. Let's just quickly lay up, over, under. That didn't work. Need to consider all layers. There we go. Okay, something's wrong there. Down, you, flip. There we go. Boots. That sort of grey for the pants. I'll sort out pants. Let's try and approximate the eye color. Let's also just quickly flip and go and grab that so I can get the whites of the eyes in. apply does nothing, overlay it is then. Get the gold, so I can go here. Well, actually, for this I'd like to go, since this is pretty much just I don't know if there's one gold bit in there, so I'll have to have a look. Hang on. That's a piercing. Ren has piercings. Because there's no way that's the frame of the glasses. As I get through these, I'm going to be getting better at anatomy, as well as their design. So right now, this is Ren. Okay, so that's Ren. Let's quickly collect all of this together and group it. Who next? Who's next on the proverbial chopping block of the drawing? Long device. This one's the one that has the list on it. Okay, so we have a Ren now. Let's get that back down to red. This one down to 50. Even no, wait, no. Get it to here. Now let's start at 50 because it will be more visible. Okay, who else haven't I drawn? Thinking. Okay, oh boy. I've just noticed something's wrong with my PNG tuber. Oh, it's not responding. That's great! Close the program. One moment while I restart PNG tuber. And I'm back! Okay, now that that's working again, let's see. Who else is there? Haven't drawn Pyro at all. Partially because I'm not a big fan of his vampire skin. It's very much to draw. And he's been a vampire for most of it. Kinda wanna draw either Drift or M. Huh. I've just drawn Ren, so I am going to do Drift. Okay, so let's get down to that layer. First things first, actually. This one, move. Okay, so to get to Drift, we will need to go to 187. Yep, Drift is beneath Owen on this, and just make that 0. There we go. Drift. Sketch time. Thinking what sort of pose to put Drift in. Nope. Poses for Drift. I want to have a look at the pose that the official skins, well, the official art has them in, which is over here. Not on my computer. I am well, not on my screen. Where's the official art? Okay, there it is. And yes, okay. The official art has a Drift with a bow tie. Okay, that's interesting for them. Let's minimize that down. Okay. For a moment there, while I was talking and my mouth wasn't moving on my PNG tuber, I thought it had crashed again. So. Drifty drift. How tall do I think? Stretching. Oof. Okay, so Just gonna quickly look up. Just looking through with 1800s detective things on Pinterest. Trying to avoid Sherlock Holmes stuff. Oh, I still like the idea of giving Drift a bowler hat. Oh. Okay. I'm so glad most of these poses are putting their hands in the pockets. I have a pose for Scott. Of course, that showed up. It looks, but the character looked like they had the Scott's coat on. Let's. Let's find one of the ones from earlier to pick. That one works. That pose works. Okay, so let's not make the same mistake as last time. Let's just draw a stick figure, sort of set up for the pose. And then we'll use blue again to do the head. So, stick figure. Head. Shoulders. waist and hips. Shoulders tilted slightly, so that comes out here. There. Head slightly tilted this way, looking. That's just, yep. In my mind, the drift is supposed to be smaller than Ren. And Ren is a fairly tall bloke. But Cleo's still taller than Ren. Even before she was a vampire, so... Slight twist. Figuring this out. Okay, there. Hand in pocket, so no need to draw that. Here. That's down to 25. Next layer. 50. Let's actually get these heads. So let's sketch out Drift's head. need to remember Drift also has a monocle, which would attach at the bridge of her nose. But anyways, that's the head. Duplicate 6.5 to 7 for Drift, so one, two, three, 4. 5, 6, and a half. Okay, now that's all of Drift. Let's scale down all the heads that I've just drawn to I do think Drift may need to be a little bit taller than what I've already drawn. So let's select all, grab. There. Okay, so now we grab this one. Head scale. I think I'm having an easier time with Drift sketch because I tend to draw at least the sort of style of trench coat that she has, except how I draw it, it usually has a hood. because I usually draw that sort of thing for Puppeteer. Oh no, PNG Tube has crashed again. Okay, Okay. Close the program. I don't know how to fix that right now. That legitimately is probably just due to me needing a new computer. You know what? I'm going by the end of the week I will have put in an order somewhere for a new computer. Whether it arrives by next week or whether it takes a while, who knows, but I need a new computer because this one is having too many issues now. And it's not because it's still on Windows 10, because it definitely would be having more problems if it was on Windows 11. But the actual hardware's not working well. Most of it's gotten to the age where it's at the end of general use life, so I'll likely keep it and use it for some things, but yeah, I need a new computer, so anyways, let's get back to drawing, and I'll just not have a PNG tuber. Let's actually just what to do. Let's modify this. I will try my PNG tuber one more time. If it crashes, I will turn that text back on. So, let's try. Of course I have a sneezing fit as soon as I get it open. Let's see if it's because I've been putting it on the same monitor as my drawing is being done on. Okay, so let's get rid of that red box from my side. Oh boy. Oh, no. There. Okay, it's gone. Oh geez. Okay. Okay, I should probably not have Discord, which I have the image in. Covering text chat. Shrink that down. I actually think I'm going to make some modifications to the pose even. Something, I just had a thought that is now my personal headcanon, which I will include in this design. And it does mean I'm making myself draw a hand when I don't need to. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Where I know I saw one. Where's the reference where drifters and where's the reference of holding an open pocket watch? I need it for the hand. Okay, nope, none on this one. Pocket watch. Pose. Let's see if putting pose in helps. Nope. Let's see. Oh, no, cancel that. This. Pocket watch. Full body pose. Okay, I'm gonna have to freehand this because none of these are giving me the right sort of angle. And I don't really want to open up Magic Poser. So I know what to do. Camera, reverse. Where's something about the size and shape of a pocket watch? I'm not taking a picture and putting it on screen. I'm just trying to get an idea. For how the hand would be holding such a thing. There we go. Okay, so I now have that as reference since I couldn't find any online, so let's get this. New layers needed. Because this is going to be difficult otherwise, so this layer, I'm going to draw. Wrist comes here, and then the palm. That's the top of the palm. Fingers attached to that, and thumb comes up to here. Okay, now on this one, which will not have the opacity dropped, let's go to the finger here. And these two. And this. Let's move that a bit. That palm is also not big enough. So let's just quickly move these two here. Right about there. There. That's a reasonable size for a hand. Okay, back down to here. There's also, since there's a pocket watch. Oh wait, that's on the waist. Since there's a pocket. Oh, wrong layer. Since there's a pocket watch in the hand, I'm gonna say chain. That needs to be a color other than blue, otherwise I'm not going to be able to tell what that is. So, as is the pocket watch. So, nope, that's right. Okay. I forget, did I do rents? That's black. Rent's face I loosely did. Okay. Rehide Ren. Drift. And loosely did Ren's face, which means I need to loosely do drifts. Oh no, wrong buttons. Let's grab the color that is used for golden drifts design. And oh, this isn't one of those clips. I need to look at monocle references. Okay, it's exactly as I thought. It's just the bridge part and the part that comes back and it goes over the ear. Okay, so that isn't an earring. Oh, which means Ren probably doesn't have earrings either. Oh well, he comes off as the sort who would, so. Okay, so. let's get to just quickly. Oh, let's start doing this on the topmost layer and treat this like we're doing a bit of final sketch. So there and there should be a little bit of gold on Drift's nose, but pixel art doesn't allow that. And that's all that will be visible besides on its own layer. White. Here's the monocle lens, overlay, and opacity quite a ways down. Group that, name it monocle, and hide. So don't need those anymore. But yeah. Okay, so now the topmost layer. Let's get to black. Okay, that works. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. That's new. Did not know that was a thing. I just realized I never got to doing any of the pants. Okay, so what did I? So space tab causes that to go full screen. That is duly noted. Oh, and I have not saved at all this stream. So So switching back to blue momentarily to go and finish off the actual sketch. Got eager, got ahead of myself. Haven't even done the shoes. Okay, so I'm going to do something I didn't do for Ren because I just remembered it. But this here, that is the hip, and here is the shoulder, and what will be the knee, because what I've noticed is that in general the leg is about the size of the entire rest of the torso, so which is why it's two heads. So the reason I've done this as its own layer, so I can put this here and rotate. Let's try and get this. Oh boy. I have been doing a terrible job at... I may scale this one down, because I do not wish to... Let's do that. This. Move this one over here. Rotate to be the right angle at least. There, and now shrink it a little, and then right about there, because that leg is a bit held back. Do that. Merge. Bring that down to 50 with everything else. And I'm just gonna treat, just going off of where those knees are, that knee should be further down to here, so let's put this here. Because then this isn't too far off. Is the reference I had. This came forward. Just a sec, how much? Yeah, that's the right head height, so I need to, oh wait, not that, this one. I need to just quickly get this, make these visible. And quickly just scale, drift down a bit. Oh, actually no. In this case, it would just be... Actually, yeah, no, I'm still feeling like I have the leg swipe in the red. Because as you can see, that only looks off. No, it does look off. And once it gets past the knee, I need to... Just had a thought. Now, because of how straight the leg looks... Okay, is this the right layer? Yes, this is the right layer. Let's grab this because I like how that is. Just move it down until it looks like it's in the right place. So there. Right there. Now, this section here needs to stretch back up. And there we go. And yeah, drift needs to shrink a little bit. Not much now, because just to there. Actually, no, that leg needs to... That leg actually is looking... The foot at least is... This layer here, bring that. Yep, this is going to be in the right position now. Or tilt it slightly that way. More. Not coming straight on, but also not exactly pointed away. And here it doesn't seem right anymore, so... Okay, so back to getting this drawn in. Except drifts don't look like the sort of shoes in the reference. They look like some sort of boot. Okay, so there and there. And now the hand that is visible. I don't feel like that's the right scale of hand, so I'm going to just quickly, because I do think that the pose is at least right. Just increase that slightly. There we go. Ridge that down. There. There. And I think that's everything for the liner. Let's start color picking and filling. And then doing this. Don't quite know what to do for the shoes. That's why I'm just doing them as their color right now. I think I may want to. I know what's messing with my head. Yeah, no, the legs are. The legs are what's messing with my head. Okay, so grabbing that for just coloring in the belt buckle and trying to grab that because I can do that by hand easily. Now the trench coat. I need to do the line up because even I got confused as to whether that was coat or vest. That line. Okay, so now back to this. I can probably hide that now. Let's grab that for the interior coat. And I'm gonna do that by hand. That is going to take too long. That, grab the brown. Always good when they provide some white to the eye. Too close to the hair color. I'm gonna make the pocket watch, which is just me adding a pocket watch into the design, silver. Here we have drift. I've got black, I know. Okay, here's the color layer. Add. Overlay. This, multiply. Just checking. Nope. Overlay. That's the one I'm looking for. Not making it black, I'm just... Okay, this... for this singular bit there. Okay, bring that back. This... Just mild rendering. Let's try and get some of the lighter color in and just quickly go in and brush it over. Okay, and that's it for Drifter for at least today. I may grab Drift's head and reduce the length of her neck a bit. Yeah, no, I'm doing that right now. Drift. Let's see. Apply. Get rid of that. Deselect. Yeah, that feels better. Okay, yep. That brings us. Hey, thanks. Hey, welcome in, Mishmash. You arrived about at the end of stream. So it took me a moment to notice your message. I was kind of focused. How are you doing? If you're still there. Ah. Oh, you're in cram time of for uni. Oh boy. Yeah. Much luck to you and So Drifter was a still line to when you came in. Okay, you've definitely been here a while. So I haven't been very talkative. I've just been kind of wanting to refigure out anatomy because the past few during streams I was really struggling to make anything good and anything I was happy with. So I'm like, you know what? There are so many characters here in the Vampires SMP. I'm glad. I surely do hope that your uni finals and stuff for your degree, I hope they go smoothly for you, because my goodness, there's a reason I don't go back into any sort of formal education, and that's because I do not cope with the final cramming of everything. Yeah. Anyways, I'm at the end of my stream time and stuff, and I am tired, so I want to go lay down for a bit. So I'm find somewhere cozy to Oh. Yeah, I'm glad you were able to just hang out here as well. What? PhDs. Oh. Oh, that's getting close. That's close to a doctorate, isn't it? I'm trying to remember. I don't know. I don't remember what it is you said you were studying when we first were talking. You're gonna be Dr. Mishmash. Creative Arts Honors Game Design. Ooh. Oh yeah, I remember now. You're working, your streams are usually you working on the background idle game that is your personal project. I don't remember the name of the game. I am tired, so yeah. Well, while we're talking, I'm going to start looking to see if there's a channel other than Ferret Software I can raid this week. Okay. If only you understand. Oh, the one from I haven't been streaming for a year yet, so it can't possibly be the one from last year. But nice to know. If only you understood. I'll have to check that one out a bit when I am not so tired from having wrecked my sleep schedule. That is never yet always fun. So, let's see. Yeah. It happens from time to time, so best I can do is fix it and then move forward. And in the meantime, get naps. A majority of what I'm seeing is in other languages, unfortunately. So I'm just gonna send you over to Ferret Software. It's the quickest. Yeah, it very much is just a cycle of wrecking it, repairing it, having it repaired for a while, and then wrecking it again. Yeah. Let's get ferret software. Raid up and ready. So, starting the raid. I'm gonna go get some rest as well as something to drink. And as should you, probably. Remember to hydrate. Oh, it looks like some of the ferrets are getting just brought out, so that perfect timing. Yeah, definitely glad we got to catch up. Go enjoy having ferrets going in the background and more of the same music you've been hearing from me from the background of my stream, because I use the same music as they do. So see ya. Have a good rest of your day. Good luck with your finals and stuff. You have definitely got this. Bye.